Last thing before we go tonight, we often try to end the broadcast with something light, perhaps a tribute to someone, something hopeful, but full disclosure, not tonight. The report that came out today from the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change was more than some people could take today. The report by a group of scientists paints a dire picture. It's desperate, in fact, and it's beyond urgent. As the authors put it, avoiding widespread damage would require transforming the global economy on a scale that has no documented historic precedent. The report says plainly, if greenhouse gases continue at this pace, coastlines will be inundated, drought and poverty will intensify, all of which you may have heard before as part of other studies, other reports. But here's the headline on this one. We'll let the New York Times tell it. Major climate report describes a strong risk of crisis as early as 2040. Think about that. That puts it within the lifetime of most of those living on this planet today. To avert it, greenhouse gas pollution would have to be reduced by almost half immediately in all the countries of the world. On the threat of coastal flooding alone, we're now on a list along with Bangladesh, China, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Japan, the Philippines, and Vietnam. Two quotes of note from the Times here. The first from an Oxford University professor and report author who says the report is, quote, telling us we need to reverse emissions trends and turn the world economy on a dime. Another of the report's authors, a climate scientist at Duke University, says, quote, this report makes it clear there is no way to mitigate climate change without getting rid of coal. That's the same coal the president ran on, the same coal he mentions in so many speeches, and that's been the change in the business of climate study. The U.S., you see, is no longer a leader and has in fact turned in the other direction. Obama-era goals have been rolled back. We're effectively out of the Paris Accord, all of it because elections have consequences. We should also add, in this season of playoffs, nature always bats last. That is our broadcast on a Monday night. Thank you so very much for being here with us. Good night from NBC News headquarters here in New York.